No, I don't see you. Am I live on the internet? I, th- this is weird.
behind. Okay, now I see you. Give it a second, Vaughn, for you to see me. Do you see me?
I moved, so I have stuff everywhere. I don't see you. I see myself, and I see all the clutter in the background, and it's giving me anxiety.
Yeah, we see you.
Oh, hi everybody. My hair is still wet. I just got out the shower. Marina, I don't like this.
Give it a second, and maybe you'll appear.
I'm here. I'm just looking at myself and my clutter in the background.
Oh, you see me?
No,
Why?
I don't know.
Hold on, let me see.
I'm just like I'm looking
Now?
in a mirror fixing my hair.
Now do you see me?
No, no, ma'am.
That's insane. This has never happened before.
Oh my God. Of course it's gonna happen when it's me. I'm so stressed
You're
out right now.
you're pro.
My Chrome is fine. I'm on Chrome.
Hmm, very strange. Well, how about this? I'm gonna hit refresh, and this probably gonna kick us both out.
Jesus Christ.
But let me just do it. Let me see what happens.
All right.
And I may have to send you another link. Whatever. I don't care.
Are people in here watching us struggle?
Yeah, like 6 people.
Hi, 6 people watching us struggle.
Hold on, I'm gonna refresh. This is gonna kick us out, though. I feel. Watch.
Please kick us out.
And now I'm on. Now can you see me? Look.
Yes.
Oh, thank God. What? You don't see yourself?
No.
Now do you see
Now do you
yourself?
see yourself?
I see you and I see your logo on the other half of the screen.
There's
I
like
don't
two
see
of you
one.
now. It's kind of crazy.
It's two of me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you
I should have
refresh
put
your
more
page?
effort into my face for the day. If it
Did
was
you
gonna be
refresh?
two of me. Oh, I didn't refresh. I thought you were. Let me refresh.
Oh God, we're never gonna. It's never gonna happen. Hi, Bradley Dodkin. How are you? We're having technical difficulties, so we're actually gonna start probably at 3 before. Let me refresh my page though.
You
No,
see
don't.
me? Okay. Hi, I see me. Where you at now?
I see you. Well, we're just gonna have to go like this. Give it a second too. Sometimes it takes a second. I'm gonna hang up with you, and we're gonna pretend like you can see me.
But once we hang up, am I going to be able to hear you? That's the thing.
You can't hear me?
I'm talking to you on the phone. You're on my phone.
Wait, hold on.
I'm not seeing you or hearing you on the computer. Oh my Jesus. Let's hang up from the phone and then let me see if I could hear you because I'm hearing you through my phone.
So what you need to do is where you see the under on the bottom there where it says mute.
Yep.
What is hit the arrow to see what your settings are.
Echo canceling is on.
What does it
Uh,
say? What the put in audio output?
audio output. Default. Internal speakers. Oh, so since you're on my phone, maybe that's it. Let me hang up from the phone and see what happens. Because you're on my phone on my computer. I answered my phone on my computer.
Okay. All right. Bye.
Can you hear me? I'm going to refresh. There it is.
What? You see me?
I see you and I hear you.
Oh my God! It worked!
Ah!
look.
hurry
Okay.
up. Let's do this before
Oh shit. I
before
look.
it's over again.
I really have no idea. It's a
I just sat here. Maybe like you said, it's a long delay.
there is a delay. That's the word I was trying to
That's a
figure
hell of
out.
a delay.
So hi Heck Tech, I'm back. Hey Heck Tech, I'm here. Whew, that was a long tech run.
I'm so
But
stressed out.
we're actually starting only at 5 minutes after the 3 o'clock, so that's not bad. Okay, now let's.
Oh,
You guys got to see all of that. Um, we are professionals, but every now and then, things happen. Like I
well, see,
said,
that's the thing. We're professional performers, but I'm not like this whole we have to be the technical producer, performer, talker, thinker, but we got to hold the everything down all at once. It does get you get flustered a little bit. Like we have to, as artists in 2021, we have to concentrate on everything. So that's great that you normally have an intern to help you, but being that she's not available, I heard you said she's on her second vax. This is to be expected. I don't expect you to be every woman, Marina.
oh, I love you, Vaughn. That's why I got really
Mhm.
sad. I was like, I just want to talk to my friend.
It's
Hello,
okay.
by the way, hello, Franklin Sloan. Hi, Franklin Sloan. He's one of our friends of the podcast. He also came to the virtual comedy show this Thursday, which I invited Vaughn to, but she was doing comedy on stage. Was that your first time back on stage?
Oh, no, 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 no. But I had two shows. Ironically, the one in Brooklyn was canceled because someone at the event who worked at the event space, it was at like an event space, it wasn't at a club. One of the workers tested positive for COVID. So they canceled the second show. But I was able to do the first show, which was at 8 o'clock. So I still would have missed your live stream. But that freaked me out. I'm like, people are acting like COVID is over.
Uh oh.
Oh, not.
Yeah, they are. They're acting like COVID is over. I did my, you're right. I mean, that's why actually, and Franklin Sloan knows this, we talked about it on the show. Um, oh, okay. Heck Tech is from the Boogie Down Bronx, is in the house. Heck Tech, hello. Thanks for joining us. I know it was a slow start. If you're just joining us, I do this every Saturday to talk about the Friends Like Us podcast. It's a review and a preview of the podcast, as well to possibly give away free tickets to the virtual comedy shows, like the one we just had. And I also did my first live show on stage yesterday at the Comedy Cellar. I rode my bicycle all the way down there, just so you know, Vaughn was going to drive me, but then she had her shows, or I forgot what it was going. But
Yeah,
I
it's
needed the exercise, and I love
that's
riding my
amazing
bike,
you rode that bike all the way down there.
and I bust my ass.
You fell? See, I'm not getting a bike.
I
Mm-mm.
should have
I'm
never
gonna get
told
a
you that. I
Peloton
should have
with
never told you
Monica.
that. No, I
I'm
fell.
not riding a bike outside. Nope. That you shouldn't have told me that. I'm spending the money on a Peloton. I'm gonna save up for it because them things are like millions of dollars.
Listen, I fell right in front of the Village Underground. So I rode is about an hour, 40 minutes to an hour, because I was being careful the whole way, and I get right in front of the Village Underground and bust my ass. Do you know how stupid that felt? I put all that work into being careful, and then I get right in front. And as I was falling, I heard the thing, "You've arrived at your location."
Now, was anybody outside? Because that
Oh, the best part of this was one man stopped his car, got out, and picked me up, and then another man from another side came, and I was like, "This is okay.
no, that's not what I meant.
This is the most action
Let
I've
me
gotten in a long
rephrase.
time."
Let me rephrase. Were any comics outside
Oh, thank
to
God.
witness this fall? No.
Thank God, no, there weren't any comics. I think you're on a bit of a delay, so I paused for a little bit. There were no comics. I could see them in the distance. They were by the door because I was like literally actually by that garage that's right before the Village Underground. and I could see Val, I could see the managers, I could see all of them, and all I remember thinking is, "Thank God they didn't
I
see
bet you got
this."
up fast as hell.
Well, they helped me get up, and I did laugh at myself, yes. And then I went right on stage and told the story about how I bust my ass. My wrist
That
was a
was a
little
good first
sore.
day back.
It was. I actually had a lot of fun. Because I was distracted by my fall. It was kind of like that moment where they say, like, like, you ever have someone go, like, "Where does it hurt?" And then they punch you where it hurts. And then you're like, "Oh, I guess it doesn't hurt that much."
Yeah.
That's what it felt like. It's like the anxiety was gone because I just felt bust my
Yeah,
ass.
it redirected all of those anxieties in your head, whatever you
Yeah.
were nervous or overthinking or whatever happened. Now it's like I just got brought back down to the moment outside of my head. I'm in the actual moment. I'm not in the movie in my head. I'm not making up scenarios. I'm right here present. It forced you to be present as opposed to in your head about, oh, it's just my first time on stage in a year or whatever you could have possibly been swirling in your head, which was probably a lot that may have had you flustered on stage. Now, this blessing in disguise puts you right in a moment to where you're living and breathing that moment, and that's great. I'm glad you fell.
Thanks, Vaughn.
Now,
but
I'm gonna just have to be in the moment when I'm out in the streets because I'm not getting on no damn bike. Thank you.
I will say, like, I've been getting a little lax, and I gotta stop that. I gotta remember, because there's more cars on the street now, because
When
things are
I
coming
tell you
back.
New York is back, okay, because you know I drive. People are back. Traffic is back. Road rage is back. People yelling out, "You dumb!" Like everybody is back. New York is back, and they are. I liked it better when everyone was at home trying to figure out how to be half decent to each other. Honestly, now it's just like we're right back at the beginning. We're starting right where we left off with this rat race and all this. It's disappointing, honestly. It's like nobody learned anything.
I know. It's like you're with me on that. Like, we were both saying that. Like, are we just gonna open and no one's gonna say anything? We're not gonna take like a beat and just go, "Hey, let's recognize what just happened." And but you're not alone, Vaughn. Like, I even noticed at my, not to sell my virtual show again, but a lot of people from the virtual show. I'll read some of these messages that I was starting to read before you popped up. Corey Slavic came to the show and she wrote, "Fabulous show. Hope it's not the last one. Not ready for Amtrak and the New York subway yet. Someday." I'm with you, Corey. That's why I was
Yeah,
on my
I
bike.
understand.
And then Chris Tabb, who was at the show, who was hilarious, and I'm sure Franklin Sloan remembers. I kept messing with Chris Tabb. He was in the audience. He said, "Hi, Evelyn. Hope all is well. Had a great time at last night's show. All the comics delivered. Marina was so funny, and her spirit is wonderful." So thank you, Chris Tabb. Chris Tabb, by the way, Vaughn, won for Best Laugh, and so we give free shirts. Free shirt and face mask. I'm a Dill, who's there, wrote, "Marina, first, that was an awesome show. Thanks for making my week. You always make me laugh and remind me to dance." Of course, I
Now,
didn't dance this week.
I thought it was your last show too. It's not your last show? I thought you were going to I thought you didn't you promote that as your last show, so now you're going to do them again?
I
It's not
did
gonna be your
promote
last
it as
one?
my last show, but who
I
knows?
understand if you keep doing it cuz it sounds like your audience really wants you to do it. So why not? Why did you feel like that was going to be your last show and why is it now not your last? Because it doesn't sound like it is now.
It doesn't feel like it. I will answer your question after I say to Heck Tech, that is crazy that trains are kind of packed like sardines again. I am not getting on a subway. I'm not. I don't care. And I don't know how you feel about this, Vaughn, but they're saying that they don't need to clean the subways anymore, the surfaces. CDC is saying you can't catch this from the service. I'm like, I'm not with them on that. They need to keep. First of all, they should have been cleaning the subways like this. This is not this the fact that they just started cleaning the subways and that's like a novel. Is that how you say that? That's a novel idea. This shouldn't be like it. It should have always been like that where they clean the
Exactly.
subways.
I think that it's really sad. Airplanes, the middle seat is being sold now. Like part of the reason why there's so many variants is because in the beginning people didn't do what they were supposed to do, right? So
Yeah.
now, as science says, viruses mutate, and then now there's all these different variants. People are still dying from regular COVID. Now they have all these variants that maybe the vaccines don't even protect you from. They're not even sure about that now, and there may have to be boosters, shots, and all of this stuff. And people are like, nah, let's just live life. Like I'm like, I get it. I'm tired too. I'm out here, but I'm still wearing a mask. I get my second vaccine shot on Monday. I'm still going to be as cautious as possible, but the as possible is the operative part of that phrase. How
Yeah.
can we, people who are still trying to be careful and live life when it's so many regulations being lifted, which is going to encourage people
To
to
be.
just go, oh, okay, we're good.
I got a huge hug yesterday, Vaughn. And it's the only person in the world that I will allow that to do happen. Is and I won't say, but there's only one person. You could probably guess who it is because I was at the Comedy Cellar. There's only one person. She is the only person that I would allow to hug me like that.
I have no idea who you're talking about. I want to know who, because you ain't hugged me. I walk with you every day for the whole pandemic, and I'll come up to you, hey, and you're like, mm. So yeah, who's this one person? I'm not guessing.
Let's just say she works at the Comedy Cellar. Can you guess now? She works at the Comedy Cellar.
That narrows it down to everybody we know.
She's responsible for the entertainment. I would
That
just say
narrows it down to a couple of people we know.
I just was like, she was like, what? And it was such a great hug. I have to say, like, and I think you can hug people now. We're both vaccinated. Okay, it's Esty. All right.
I know. I just wanted you to say it.
But it's like Esty's vaccinated. I'm vaccinated. But I
So
have to say,
that's a good hug. It's fine.
I know, but it was the
I would have made
best.
you feel bad if you would have said she wasn't vaccinated and you are. I'd have been like, see, Marina, you selfish.
No, we both vaccinated. But I will say, it was the best hug in the world. I haven't felt a hug in so long, and I'm still thinking about her hug. That's how I mean, human touch is important, man. I just want to say real
Aw.
quick hi to Lori Branch. Just so you know, Vaughn, Lori Branch is the first lady of, I want to say, correct me if I'm wrong, Lori Branch, the first lady of house music back in the day, but she DJs. I give so much respect to our lady DJs, okay? Lady DJs, because a lot of them, she was revolutionary in house music.
Yeah.
Revolutionary. She was the one of the only woman doing it back then, house music. So in the beginning of house, when no one even knew where, when it was originating coming out of Chicago, Lori Branch, everybody.
Lori
Look up
Branch, everybody.
the first
Every
lady.
month is Women History's Month.
I believe I'm saying that right. First lady. So she's like the Michelle Obama. Let's see. Oh, I hope to see you though, Lori. I hope to see you in Chicago too. So Venus Boys 3. Hello, Venus Boys, and it was great to see you at the virtual show. Maybe I should do a farewell tour. Then you just put money. I guess you're like, make that money. Make that money, honey.
When you do your virtual show, I know you sell tickets, but do you also like put up your Cash App and stuff like that?
I don't do a cash app. I sell tickets, but I tell them to tip. So they have my Venmo, and we put it on the side. So everyone who has a Venmo or whatever they have, PayPal, whatever, and they tip. People tip, and it's fun. It's a good way because, like I said, and Lori, let me know if I said it right, First Lady. Oh, because I want to get that right. Like I said, there's a lot of people who are not ready to go back into comedy clubs. Uh oh.
Marina, something's
Oh
happening.
no, now
You're
I see you. Uh oh, her
yeah, you were breaking up. That's why I'm like, what's
it's
happening?
your internet.
You were
It's
breaking up, but I didn't interrupt because I figured I can hear you. And then your screen went black.
yeah, it's an internet issue.
You think it's my internet?
Yeah, it's
Mine?
just it's just going in and out. Just I can see you though. So when that happens again, just know that's the internet and give it
Okay, I'm
a.
sorry.
That's all right. Just give it a little delay. That's what it is. It's an internet thing. Um, so what I was saying was that people are just not ready to go back into the clubs. One of the you know, I guess the guy that I just mentioned, Chris Tab, he was actually very nervous about entering a comedy club to watch live entertainment, and he was really thankful to have a space where he could still see entertainment where it's making him laugh. So I think it's, I think I should keep it going. I probably will do definitely one more.
Okay. I think for your fan base, that's what they're expressing that they want. So I think that it's probably a good idea to keep doing it. While and it's not just you have a fan base of people that aren't in New York. So
Hmm.
they've been exposed to a new way of seeing you. So until you're back out actually touring and in these people's cities, why not keep your virtual show going for them?
And you just reminded me that everyone, as you're joining us, I do this every Saturday to talk about the Friends Like Us podcast and to talk about our virtual live shows. Sometimes we offer free tickets to the next one, which that date I will have to think about, and we will talk about that next Saturday. So hopefully you'll be here with Evelyn and I when she's back dealing from her vaccine. But until then, I will have, yeah, I'll be doing a next show. I'll be doing a next show. I do make some money off of those shows, so Venus Boys, but thank you for saying that they're wonderful shows. Also, as you're joining us, let us know where you are, where you're from, where you're at. I think that's always fun because, like Vaughn just brought up such a great point. There are people from all over the world, and sometimes they can't come into a comedy club. So let me know where you're at. Kevin is here. Is this the Kevin? Do you remember Kevin Vaughn?
Kevin.
Yeah, he used to do. I mean, he's probably still. I used to go to the New York Comedy Club. If that's you. Oh look, Tamara Payne. She said you should keep it up. Plus, it can expand your fan base to around the world. Yeah, and Tamara had so much fun. We danced, Vaughn, all the way. Like afterwards, we had a little dance party going on.
Oh, you could see your audience. So you played music and then they were dancing with you?
Yes.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, we played music. We played music at the top of the show and at the end, and they're all into my house dancing. So, because I was doing that every Friday, I didn't post a dance video yesterday, and it felt weird. What do you guys think? Should I? I didn't have. I don't have any more dance moves. Not that that's what it was about. It's.
Marina, you'd still have you have all the same dance moves. You act like you was doing a whole Beyonce concert. This is coordinated. Marina, all your dance videos are the exact same move. I
Look.
remember when we did the live when we were walking and I did your imitation of your dance.
Oh
That's
yes.
your move.
Mhm.
That's your move. That's your same move.
I know. That's right. Did you see the old? You didn't see the old clip I put up on my Instagram of a woman who was doing my move. I was like, "That's my move." She took my move. It is from like 1950. Tamara Payne says, by the way, Marina advertised the first 3 as my first virtual shows. So yes. So we may have 3 last virtual shows. Uh oh, Kevin, it is Kevin. And he says, and I still not used to be a comic. Sorry, Kevin, I apologize.
Ooh, yeah. That's
Kevin,
great.
I haven't seen you though, man. So you never know. Plus, he's
Is
great.
he in New York?
He's in New York. He used to always be at the New York Comedy Club back in the day when I first started with Seymour Swan. And that was our little group. Seymour Swan, Kevin, Ron, Jackson. That's such a black name. Ron Jackson. Right? So let's see, we got some other one. Oh, thank you. I cannot say him. Name is Greg. Marina, one of the best comedians on the Conan lineup. Oh man. Thank you for
Oh,
that.
Marina. I haven't seen Hysterical yet, but I've seen the trailers and the clips that you're in, and it looks amazing.
Shake a dang. Now you know I love that. Anyone who remembers that joke, my shake a dang. Which by the way, Vaughn, I got that from Patrice. I told you that, right? That
Mm-hmm.
Patrice
I
was
think you
making fun of
told that
me.
story on Noam's podcast when we did Noam's podcast together.
Yeah, because Patrice kept teasing me about. He goes, "Are you ever gonna be able to? If you can't go, and that's how I got that joke because he would tease me so much, and so I just finally took it on stage, and it was hilarious. He did that one time with me and another Latina artist, and she's on Orange Is the New Black. I forgot her name, Cecilia, but she's like amazing actress, but she doesn't act typically, Latina. And he was like, "Are you ever?" Until you go, "Mamacita." So he's making fun of us. We were both sitting together at the Laugh Lounge when he was making fun of us. So anyway, that's a little history behind the shake a dang. Here's another one. It's almost covering Vaughn's face. I apologize. But it says here, Raphael, love your honesty. I pass it on to my grown sons all the time. I'm a fan because you are so good at expressing what so many people think about. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Raphael. Don't forget to tell us where you're from. I love to hear it. Um, yes, it was not about the dance moves. It was about the dancing and the feeling. Vaughn, do you dance?
Oh yeah. See, I do. I'll go on IG Live and I'll have my moments where I get into DJ Vaughn mode where I'm playing a bunch of old school hip hop stuff and I do my rapping and people are always amazed that I know all the lyrics to all these old school rap songs. And I'll dance to that Saturday, especially Saturday mornings. I wake up and I dance around as part of my exercise routine when we're not walking, especially. I'll add a certain amount of dancing to my day for exercise, and it just feels good. I don't listen to the same music that you listen to. House music literally puts me to sleep, and
Don't you dare! You
it's
don't know
not
how
a
many. Do you know how many house fans, their house heads on my page?
well, that's why I'm saying
How
let me finish because
dare
it's not a slight on house music, and I'm not saying that I don't like house music. I'm saying that the rhythm of it and the
you?
doom 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 it I'm an empath. I absorb stuff differently, and house music comes into me and it puts my body in a trance that actually relaxes me.
Oh, that's
It
good.
doesn't get me hype. It gets me so relaxed that I'm like, I want to lay down and go to sleep. This is like mm, mm,
Tell that to
mm,
my
mm,
neighbors.
mm.
They will not agree with you at all. They'll be like, that bitch is playing house music, okay?
The music that gets deep into my soul because I'm from a particular era and place and time when hip hop R&B first started coming out of the 70s R&B music into the 80s and the birth of hip hop and rap. that's my time. That's my era. That's my music. That's how I grew up. That's where I get nostalgic. And when I'm dancing around, my old school playlist is vast. We could dance for 4 hours straight with the music that's on my playlist. But house music, where I grew up outside of Pittsburgh, like 30 miles south out of Pittsburgh, Clareton, Pennsylvania, we didn't listen to house music. It was all R&B, hip hop.
Right.
So you're a product of your environment and how you grew up and who you grew up around and the music that touched your life and brings back your memories is usually your adult preference. I like
It's
all
no, they
kinds of
like
music, but
Spinna
that's
does
my
the.
preference.
You know who Spinna? You know Spinna, right?
Spinner,
Yeah, he's a DJ. He's a famous DJ. He does house and hip hop. He does a
Spinner
lot of the. He
house
does a
and
lot
hip
of
hop,
the.
house Yvonne. I went out with Marina. What was the name of the club that used to always go to? Me, you, and Yamanika went. I had
Cielo.
so much fun, and I'm like, I was dancing, I was having a good time, but after a certain point, it'll just, I'll just, I'll be like, you'll still be turned up, and I'll be like, all right, whenever y'all ready, I'm ready, I'm ready to go.
Spinna does a lot of the like when they were doing like the Michael Jackson parties and the Prince parties. Spinna's known for doing that in Brooklyn, so it's real popular.
Oh, okay.
Real popular, yeah. And my one of my ex actually used to go with him. He since passed, but he used to go with Spinna to a lot of these parties.
I don't know
Look,
if
Lori
you,
Branch is a house. She's like hysterical. Are you talking
I'm
about
not
the
sure
show
if
I'm
you're
in?
a fan base or if you're people or if you watch Versus, but Versus has DJs and DJ Scratch. Uh, he when he was on, he opened the show, and I didn't even want the Versus battle to start. I was like, just let him keep DJing. He was pulling out all the old school R&B, hip hop. I could be in that pocket for hours. Even like speaking of the Comedy Cellar opening back up, one of the best things at the end of the night after you done with your spots, everybody kind of end up at Fat Black. There has been nights where me, like Godfrey, probably Sherrod, like all people who be out late, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, Che, I mean, the list goes on and on. They start playing it hip hop and where they have a stage now in Fat Black where the pool table used to be, we be playing pool. That old school hip hop come on, especially if Godfrey there. Oh, we rap it. Oh, it's karaoke.
Well,
It's like
Godfrey's a house head
we know
too.
all the lyrics. It's so much fun in those moments.
Hmm.
But if
I
they were
know.
playing house music,
Well, Godfrey loves house music.
I'm sure he
Hmm.
does. But I'm talking about the stuff that connects with me. I will be in there till 4 o'clock in the morning on some hip hop.
Well,
The
Lori
house music,
Branch.
I'll be like, y'all look like y'all having fun. Like,
Yeah, you know what?
over.
My sister once said this. She's like, and it's true. It's like you can't judge people for not like, not feeling what you feel, but it is something like she said this once. She's like, don't you just look at people who don't feel, house music in your like you was like you don't feel this in your bones like I do. It's like I'm like that with hip hop. But
But
Lori
I
Branch.
do. I just feel it differently.
No, I mean like what I'm saying is like the love for it, like in your bones. Like when I
Oh,
hear house
yeah.
music, I like lose myself. But Lori Branch is saying here, I spent many years DJing hip hop in the '90s, so I can relate.
Yeah.
So
The
Lori, I
90s
mean,
is
you got to look her up. Lori Branch is a
I will
phenomenal,
definitely.
phenomenal DJ.
Lori, follow me on Instagram at Von DiCarlo. I'll find you in the if you want to. I'll find you and
On Dia
follow you
San
back.
Von, all your favorite hip hop DJs love house music like Jazzy Jeff, Scratch, Premier,
Scratch Premier,
etc.
good for them. But if I hire them to DJ my wedding, if I ever get a husband, I'm gonna ask them not to play none of that. I'm gonna say, can you can you start with the beginning of hip hop and lead up to today?
And see
It's
what
not
Lori
a judgment, so y'all shouldn't judge me.
Lori, no one's judging you. They're agreeing with you. Look, a lot of DJs, this is what Lori is saying. A lot of DJs do what's called open format, which pleases everyone. I actually love those parties the best. Uh, there was something else someone wrote here that I want. That DJ Spinna is a great producer of hip hop. Yes, that is what I missed in saying talking about Spinna. He's a great producer of hip hop
Nice.
too. So yeah, you gotta know DJ Spinna. They're talking about Fly Society. What up, Fly Society? Don't forget to tell me where you're at, where you're from. For Fly Society, is talking about Jazzy Jeff is a legend.
Absolutely, Jazzy Jeff. Let me tell you, when people go, my favorite Will Smith song is Summertime. I'm like, that's a cool song. But Brand New Funk, if Brand New Funk come on right now, I'm leaving this live to go dance and rap and DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince, Brand New Funk. If you don't like that song, we can't be friends.
So now since we're talking about hip hop, now we just lost another a legend, and you could take that, Vaughn, because I'm, like in hip hop I'm not, but I do know DMX. So
Well,
how did you
DMX
feel?
definitely is popular enough to have a crossover appeal where people know him in general, but it's like some of the things that I'm seeing people say. I mean, there's so many things that my mind is just flustered with what I want to talk about with DMX. So I'll try to not take too much time and just try to condense it because DMX has had a very hard path. And unfortunately, when it comes down to celebrity and popularity, people think that the business of entertainment, oh, you're popular, you have money, so your life's perfect, and you're not even looked at as human. You're talking about a man who has had a drug addiction for a very long time and was introduced to drugs. And people may have seen this story because it's floating around now that he passed away. But a lot of us who of the hip hop world know this story and know of this. DMX at 14 years old uh, didn't drink, didn't smoke, didn't do anything. And his mentor, who he considered a big brother,
Uh-oh. Wi-Fi.
and
Big.
passed around what you assume is weed, which DMX later found out was laced with crack. So from 14 throughout his life, because someone that he trusted and loved introduced him.
Wait, say that again, Vaughn, because you kind of froze because of the Wi-Fi. Say that again. We heard
Which part?
introduced something laced with crack. So right before that, his big brother.
Who he considered his big brother and mentor
Uh-huh.
passed around a blunt, which if someone passes around a blunt, you think it's weed. DMX was a child. He was 14 years old, didn't smoke, didn't drink. He's just doing what his big brother, some man who's in his 30s, he later found out that that blunt was laced, that weed was laced with crack,
Oh, okay. I got you
which was
now.
the beginning of his addiction. So
Okay.
people have an insensitivity towards him, like, oh, he's this hardcore rapper, and people love pointing out your flaws as if you're supposed to be this perfect person. None of us are. Um, and my heart just goes out to him because from 14 and now he passed away at the early young age of 50, and through all his struggles, he managed to have a very strong career. His music influence that got a lot of people, just like we get people through stuff with laughter, there's people in the music industry, regardless of what they're going through, they take their pain and they put it into music, and then they make someone else stronger, someone else's life better. We're talking about music right now and how all the house music for you, hip hop for me, nostalgic. It brings you back to a moment, a place in time, someone that you loved, someone that you remember who passed away. Like music touches people in a certain way, and his music did that for a lot of people. And my heart goes out to him and his family. And when you deal with death, I learned in my loss that you can't pray that person back. You just have to pray for the strength to accept that that person is gone and to be strong. And I pray that for his family. But as far as this industry and the world, that there's a couple of things that's heavy on my heart that one in general, it aggravates me a little bit every time someone dies. I'm not saying that people posting isn't genuine, but it almost feels like people just hurry up to dig in their phone to find their picture took this person just passed away, and then they post something, and it's like it makes me feel like I don't want to take no pictures with nobody because y'all just are you taking this picture so when I die you have something to post? Like what's I, I'm not saying it's everybody, but it's just like that part of the internet I feel indifferent about. Like you do want to honor this person that passed away, but at the same time, some of it feels like you really just dig in your archives of pictures to find it, and it happens all the time. And then the other thing that's bothering me, which bothered me before he passed away, a few days before he passed away, the New York Post put out a story. They put out a story, and the headline was DMX and the houses that he has lost during his career. This man is in a hospital fighting for his life, and you felt the New York Post, everybody's going at the New York Post. So I was like, oh, we playing these games. I went to the article and I found out who wrote it.
Oh.
And I looked her up. Because
Oh.
you have the audacity. This man is in a hospital fighting for his life, and you thought it would. Well, he didn't just do a premiere of MTV Cribs, and you want to talk about how many houses you want to kick the man while he's down in a hospital fighting for his life. And I said, this can't be a person that knows anything about DMX. The audacity. So I looked this person up. I think her name is Sarah Patner or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And she's every bit of a Karen. Some young blonde white woman who I'm like, did you just find out who DMX was today? How
Yeah.
dare you? How dare you? The insensitivity, the lack of class, the lack of humanity in that article. I'm like, somebody needs to look you up and do an article about you. I'm so sick of these people writing these articles and treating people as if they're not human, especially in a situation where somebody is fighting for their life. And that was just weighing so heavy on my heart. I'm like, how dare you? It's so much. And I just feel so sad that this man who did contribute a lot, regardless of, and look, he got shit that he has done. He ain't perfect. And you can look that up and you be like, why would you have empathy for a person that did X, Y, and Z? Well, because we've all did something, haven't we? When was the last time you found yourself to be perfect? That's why I'm like, these people trolling, writing stuff, these articles, and all this insensitivity in the world. I wish these people could look at themselves in the mirror. Somebody needs to do a damn article about you.
Yeah, you said a
I'm sorry,
lot. That everyone is feeling you on this. Everyone's like, yeah, go Vaughn. You
I
just said
didn't mean to
no,
take up
but you
all the
said a lot.
time on
No,
that.
you didn't. No,
That
I
was a lot.
love. I didn't feel like talking, so I was happy that you did it. I mean,
Marina was doing her taxes while I was having my
I
breakdown.
was look, they all know me, okay? They said Karen isn't an insult in this house. Marina is a Karen. Know your friends. Vaughn
Oh,
knows.
excuse me, you must not have been on Our Lives. I have called Marina Black Karen plenty of times. When I talk to Marina, sometimes when I'm talking to Marina, because we're both Black women, I talk from a certain era in a certain place, and Marina be looking at me like, "What the hell are you talking about?" And I'm like, "Oh, I forgot. You a whole ass white woman." Sometimes when
No,
I'm
no,
talking.
sometimes. But I'll tell you what, Vaughn, this morning, this is hilarious, right? So they were doing construction on a Saturday. Okay. They're doing construction
Keep
on a
talking, Marina.
no, no.
My computer is at 7%. I can hear you. I have to get up and get my charger and
Okay,
plug
so
in
no,
the.
go get it. Go get it, but you can hear me.
Keep
Okay.
talking.
So, yes. So they were doing construction behind the building on a Saturday. That's after hours, okay? That's after hours. So I called the young lady downstairs because you know what? I am I have accessed my local Karens, or you know, I have a team now. I have a gang of Karens. So the one who's downstairs, um, I called her and I was like, well, I know I text her and I was like, let's do this 311 today. She was like, I'm on it. And so it's like today was like I was like, "Yay, Saturdays, 311 day for us." And she's like, "Well, which one should we report? The other restaurant?" I was like, "This restaurant." So we both went in on the 311s this morning, and right after that, no noise. Now I don't know if it's because they finished building the chair that they decided to work on, and or if our simultaneous 311 call actually did work. Look, now we're getting to see a good view of Vaughn's apartment. We get to see the lamp. Look at the lamp. I think her computer froze oh, there she is. Don't move anything around. We'll lose you.
I just it probably did that when I plugged in.
Yeah.
I'm plugged in. I just moved, so I couldn't find it. I was like, where did I
Eric
put it?
Prince is another DJ that I love. DJ Eric Prince is here, who also comes to my virtual comedy shows. Good friend of mine who I met through Angelo Lozada. Love you, DJ Eric Prince. It's always so much fun to see you there. And he's talking about Karen Organization of Harlem, which is not a bad idea.
AOH.
Not a bad idea whatsoever. But yeah, no, we're working together. We're in cahoots. This Tuesday is mediation, and then I think I will plan my last virtual show after that one.
And by last virtual show, she means he's gonna do. Was it Jay-Z that retired and then come out with an album a year later or 2 years later or whatever? Hip hop people in here, remind me of how many times Jay-Z retired and then was like, and I can't leave rap alone. The game needs me. That's Marina. Can't leave the virtual shows alone. They need me. So by last show, she means this the last show before the last show of the last show.
So
of the last show.
Too Short did it first. They said.
Oh yeah.
Jay-Z did it too. But
I retire every 2 years.
Yes. So that's so funny. Jay-Z retired about 5 times.
Yeah, about that.
Wow.
Put a 0 behind it. I think it was like 50.
So I guess I should talk a little bit about the podcast. Or, I mean, I guess we should mention. Oh, look, Yamanika's like, she's like, come on my YouTube. She's desiring to talk to me.
Well, tell her to come on. Is she watching us or she's texting you?
She's just texting me. I don't think
she
she's on.
You're on right now?
I just text her. She usually, it's really funny. This is usually when Yamanika calls me, is like when I'm on YouTube. It's been a few times when she's done it. This is like her body rhythm says, call Marina during her YouTube live. That's what. Let's see, what does it say? I haven't read any of the obits. Oh, the obituaries. Instead, I've watched his verses with Snoop. Good memories. Oh, so he did a versus with Snoop?
Yeah. Oh man, that was one of the earlier when versus first started. It has grown into such a place. Affion Crockett posted today because Affion Crockett and Spice Adams, they do a after versus comedy thing where they.
Oh, that's right. They did it with Godfrey. That's what.
So he posted the Snoop Dogg today after the DMX Snoop one because Affion was Snoop and Spice Adams was DMX, and he posted Snoop's reaction. And that's why comedy is such a beautiful thing. Watching Snoop's reaction to Affion playing him and the other comic playing DMX after the verses and how much joy and laughter it was. I'm like, comedy is the best art form on the planet. It really does something to people.
It really does. It is funny.
Is a great thing. I don't know if they keep them. Like, I don't know if you could go back and watch verses because I usually catch it when it's on live. I don't know if they keep them up, but if you haven't seen it, that was a good one.
Oh,
And
I have to
I
have it.
post I love verses because it's pure, it's nothing but funny stuff happening. I said one time, I posted, I love verses because they release the best comedy specials. When you watch them, it's pure effing comedy. And this last one that Steve Harvey
You talk
hosted,
too much. I missed it because I was doing. What was I do? I was. What was I
girl,
doing?
how do you miss Ron Isley and Earth, Wind, and Fire with Steve Harvey? What?
I think I was doing my show.
It was the best.
It was on
Oh,
It was on Thursday, right?
oh, you asking me to understand days in a calendar? I don't know what today is. What's today?
I missed it somehow, but I did see some of it on YouTube. I know. Look at your face. I remember thinking, I cannot admit this to anyone how I missed the Earth, Wind, and Fire and Isley Brothers because, me, I am old school in that way. I love the Earth, Wind, and Fire and Isley Brothers. But somehow I forgot what I was doing. I was either fighting with someone, something was going on where I missed it. And I remember either I was doing my
Well,
show.
I do my best not to miss any of the verses because it's gonna be hilarious. And then I log into Atheon, the after show, when they're doing the
Uh-oh, Vaughn, you're getting,
every
you
time.
are beautiful as well.
But what's the but? What did he say before that? Thank
I
you.
know.
What did we miss?
I know.
This,
I did.
this to go. Wait. Let me hold off on saying thank you because he could have been like Vaughn is whack as hell, but you're beautiful as well. Or he could have been like Vaughn is funny, but you're beautiful as well. I don't trust this. I need to know what came before the but before I say thank
I'm
you.
looking here and it says Vaughn, no arguments here. Comedy rocks, but Vaughn, you're beautiful as well.
You know what, Heck Tech? I'm a half say thank you because I still don't understand if this is a full compliment.
Fine as hell, but
Fine as hell, but you talk too much.
oh, was it Easter Sunday? I don't, something
It
I
was
was doing.
Easter Sunday, yes, because Steve Harvey he went to church with his suit. See, I can't talk to Marina. Get Yamanika on here because you ain't from no black church. He had
I am from a black church. I'm from one of the original black churches, Mahalia Jackson. Mahalia,
I think she
Mahalia
making it up. I
Jackson
think she
sang.
making it up.
No, no.
So you know about the Easter Sunday suits. So you'll
Oh
understand.
yeah, yeah.
Oh,
We've been.
Steve Harvey's suit, Steve Harvey's purple Easter Sunday suit and his hat won the versus battle.
Oh my God, Rondell's shaking his head at the fact that I said Mahalia Jackson, or that's the
Rondell,
original.
don't nobody believe Marina got no black in her.
No, I do. I went to the south. Look, on the south side of Chicago. This is why I do actually. My grandma Moo used to. My look. I now I can't read. My grandma Moo used to take me to this church where Mahalia Jackson sang. It was the original. This real Southern influenced Baptist church, Greater Salem Baptist Church on the south side of
So you
Chicago.
went once or were you a member?
I was well, I was the grandchild.
You went once.
No, I went. My
Were
grandmother
you
was
in the choir or the usher board?
no, no,
Did
no.
you bring chicken at any point?
I was not allowed. Let me tell you something, Vaughn. My
I was
grandma.
in the choir. I was on the usher board. Come on
Okay,
now.
well, you were fully invested. But this is the thing. My grandma. This was my grandma's church. So whenever I was with my grandma, that's the only access I had to like real like soul and everything. That was it. That thank God for her, right? So my
Yes.
grandma was the real like owner of that church. She was the real one who was in charge of everything. Everyone like listened to her. She put so much money into that church. She controlled a lot of what was going on. So
I
like
love it.
me eating downstairs because they did have the chicken downstairs and the kitchen downstairs. If she ever caught my butt down there, and I never was doing it, but the other kids did. If she ever caught me down there, I was in trouble. I was not allowed to. When you're in church, you're supposed to be in church. You're not supposed to
Yeah,
be
I'm talking
eating.
about after church. Of course, you ain't supposed to go downstairs in the kitchen and
But
play.
I wanted
Oh, you,
to.
of course. And grandma probably had a belt in her bra. She
Oh,
probably,
if the
let
other
me get
kids
my belt
saw Miss,
out my bra.
if the other kids saw Miss Franklin, this is what I used to hear. Oh, Miss Franklin coming. Y'all run.
Yes. Yes. Don't think you're not gonna get a butt whooping in church in front of the preacher.
Let's see. Let's see what they're saying about the Vaughn. You were saying, let's see. I
I
want to
don't
go
even want to
back.
know anymore. This is uncomfortable. You know I don't know how to take compliments.
Let's see. Uh, this Mark Farrell says you have a lot of personality. It's either one of us. I think we both do. Let's see. I saw you
Don't be
hysterical.
trying
Thank
to
you.
listen, Marina. Don't be trying to
We have great. So look, she's freezing, so I could say it.
compliments. They compliment you the whole time. Can I have my own compliments? Unfreeze me. Don't try to hop on the back
I
of my bike. This is
you
I
can't
have a
even
lot of
get
personality. Get off of
you
my
can't even
compliments.
handle the bike.
I can handle the bike after I lose about 45 pounds. If I fall off a bike with all of this, Marina, I'm never getting up.
No, you have a lot of cushion. You don't
It's
even
not
need
cushion.
you don't need pads. I got to address Scoopy Doofus, which I love your name. I'm sorry that you had to find out about my big C during hysterical the
Oh,
show
big C.
where I revealed that and I was actually doing it on stage, but then the pandemic hit, so you didn't get to see the material, so you saw it in the documentary. But I'm doing great. I'm in recovery. I am surviving. I don't like calling myself a survivor because a lot of people have still passed from this, and I feel like I don't know, somehow saying I'm a survivor. I don't know. I like to
I
just,
understand what you're saying.
yeah, I like to be
Yeah.
respectful for those who have passed from this because it's not easy and it's not over. Even
She's
though,
a fighter. So does that mean if someone passes away, they weren't a fighter? I subscribe to that ideal that you're saying right now. And
yeah,
my mom with her cancer, I had those thoughts like, so if she doesn't beat it, she lost. Like I truly understand what you're saying, and I'm glad you have that mentality.
thank you. Oh, Mark Farrell said that wasn't a left-handed compliment. That was sincere. It was just I wanted the compliment that I have a
Yeah,
lot
no,
of
I felt
personality.
that was sincere, but then Marina jumped on it. Mark, clear it up. That was a compliment for me. I have a lot of personality.
No one's
Marina, get
telling.
your personality off my compliment.
No one's telling us where you're from. Barry Smith, I think this is the first time I've seen you on here. Do y'all recommend eating greens and ham hocks? I'm a vegan, so I don't eat ham hocks with my greens anymore. But previous to my veganism, I absolutely threw a ham hock in the greens.
I am trying my best to eat less cornbread, greens, macaroni, cheese. But I am a soul. The way I spoke about hip hop earlier, insert any soul food into everything I said earlier about hip hop, and my cornbread fat ass cannot. I have to stop, or I'm gonna hit 200 pounds. Of course, I eat greens and ham. Who are you talking to? I'm
Okay,
trying not to. I get
Vaughn.
my greens now with turkey meat.
So Heck Tech is clarifying. Yvonne, you were saying about comedy is a great form of entertainment, and I agreed. And I said, but you are beautiful as well.
Oh, okay. Thank you. That's not the one I needed clarified. I need the one who said she has a lot of personality. Don't be Marina jumped in on my personality compliment, and that's the one I wanted to actually take.
You're not a shrinking violet. I think that one is for you. I'm gonna
What
give
the
it that one.
hell does that mean? Can you translate what is a shrinking
You're
violet?
not a shrinking violet. It's like you're not shrinking. You're blossoming.
What? I don't understand. Are you talking about my spreading cornbread ass?
And she's smart.
Thank you.
Ooh, now
Thank
that's
you.
a compliment that
Thank
goes
you.
to both of us.
Get off of my compliment, Marina. I don't like being a guest on this show. Marina's stealing all my compliments. I'm a guest. Of
Okay.
course they love you. Of course they think you're beautiful, smart, and funny.
You
And
are loquacious.
I am very loquacious. That is one of my favorite words.
I
Very,
have
very loquacious.
no idea why they would say that about me.
Marina, I swear to God, I'm where where's my where's this plug? I'm unplugging. Hello, is this thing on?
Don't
I'm
mess with it. It
leaving.
will go out. Oh my God. You guys are
Marina's
so
doing
great.
all my good compliments.
This is so much fun with you, Vaughn. If you're just joining us now, we do this every Saturday to review and preview the Friends Like Us podcast. Sometimes I give away free tickets to my virtual comedy show. The last one was last Thursday, but who knows? Maybe there'll be another last virtual comedy show that you can check out in the future. So
Okay,
we can find
JC.
out what happened at my mediation. And if you haven't subscribed to the Friends Like Us podcast, Vaughn has been on the podcast several times, by the way. And we also have had, yeah, she was there several times. We always love having Vaughn on. The most recent podcast features mom and daughter, Lady and L'Oreal. And we're talking about the PBS documentary called Fast Forward, where they put you in the shoes and the body of an 80-year-old so you can feel what it feels like to be 80 years old. It's to create empathy, because some people are just like, why can't you just cross the street? But
Yeah,
it's like,
that's a great idea.
don't you think?
I have a vast amount and deep empathy for people in general, but especially for our elders. People tend to put a lot of empathy towards young children. And I'm not saying I don't have empathy towards young children, of course. However, our elders who have the world that we're living in is a product of their labor, both good and bad. And the idea that we just throw our people away, especially in American culture, after a certain age, hell, after 40, you're considered whatever. I'm glad that we're in a world now where our generation is changing the narrative on that. Like the whole idea that 40 is the new 30, 30 is the new 20, 50 to the new 40. And it's like, yeah, who made up the idea that you're done after 25? Who made that dumb shit up? And as you get older, you're wiser, you're better, you're smarter, you're more loquacious, you're more like Vaughn. so so the idea that the older people get that they're useless is heartbreaking. I think that we should absolutely take care of people as they get older, as they're reverting back into children. The same empathy that you have for a 5-year-old that's crossing the street by themselves. When you see an old person crossing the street, see a 5 person in your mind and go help them. Go help them.
Yeah.
Don't be impatient with them. And yes, a lot of them have smart ass mouths. They're bitter. They're tired. They're tired. Give them a pass. Do you know how many elders I give passes to and just go, mm-hmm. I go, mm-hmm. I'm good at saying, mm-hmm.
Hello, John Tavares from the Dominican Republic. The first person to tell me where you're from. You guys are not telling me where you're from.
Look at Miss Marina, worldwide Marina.
From Dominican Republic. I need to take a trip. Speaking of
I was
Vaughn.
telling Yamanika, I was like, we gotta do a trip. We gotta go because I think I want to put people's business out there, but a couple of people that we know, I think they posted on Instagram, but again, a couple
Yeah,
of
I know. I saw.
people we know took a trip. I'm like, that's crazy. People taking trips.
I know. I saw
Let's
that.
take a trip. And we're vaxxed.
Yeah, we're vaxxed. I would
I
love
get
to
my
take a
second
trip.
vax on Monday. So after that, I'm like, let's do something. Let's seriously do something, Marina.
Yeah, I agree. Cause I would say like this was the week I was nervous about traveling. I'm still kind of nervous, but I think after the next 2 weeks or so after getting my rhythm back with stand up, because I don't want to like just jump right back into work. I do feel like I need a break from this break. You know what I mean? Like a real time to just sort of like smell the roses or just see something where there's a lot of. I yearn for like green. Do you know what I do? Like, I know they did it on Saturday Night Live, and I know Ted Alexandro said they stole his bit, but I go on Zillow. Is it Zillow or Zillow? And I just look at homes like it's like my late night sex.
Oh yeah, I watch HGTV, all these different shows where they're renovating these houses and making them these beautiful.
Oh,
I watch HGTV all day. It's always on, and I'm definitely dreaming of space and beautiful homes, and you and I have talked about my plans with property and my
uh-oh.
asking but coming out of COVID, you're like, why am I cramped up in New York? What is this rat race? What am I doing? Can I do this from somewhere where I can live and breathe fresh air?
Oh my
And the
goodness.
answer is yes. And then the world opened up and it's like, New York, come on, we stand in New York.
Look at everyone's telling me where they're from. I love it.
Botswana, I want to go to
Botswana,
Africa.
Africa, East St. Louis, Illinois. Yes.
Okay, getting hot in
DC.
here. Okay, Nelly, come
DC.
on, Nelly, with the
Nisha
Illinois.
Nisha Wright is from DC, one of my favorite
Nice.
places in the world. Of
You
course, Barry
see?
Smith says about to go on a trip with the shrooms.
Oh,
Mike, I'm from the Boston area. Thank you, Mike. I saw you on the virtual show. Thank you, Mike, for always supporting us. You
shout
are
out Boston.
huge. Thank you. Here's a little something. I said I wasn't going to talk about. I am in Kobar, Eastern Arabia. What?
Marina is worldwide, y'all. Worldwide.
Eastern Arabia?
Yes, Arabia. Come through,
What?
Eastern Arabia.
Okay, maybe I shouldn't talk about it. Probably shouldn't talk about it. I said
Talk
I'm
about
not
what?
going to talk about it. I was going to talk about like when you get hate mail. I got like something recently that I probably shouldn't talk about. I shouldn't give energy to it. But the thing is every now and then I get this message from this person, and it's very passive aggressive. It's kind of mean. You know, like you read a message, you're like, they're complimenting you, but they're like somehow trying to control the content or control you through the message. And I was thinking about addressing it because it was so mean, the message, and it came at a time when I was feeling really good. And here's the thing. This person leaves this message. It's been 7 years. They leave it almost like every year. And they listen to the podcast. They listen to friends like us, and then they actually came to my comedy show, and I met them in person, and they were so nice, but then they leave these really mean messages. And I was like, someone was like, have them on the show. And I was like, I don't do that.
Absolutely not. Now that's giving energy to it. Now, Marina, I have been trolled viciously for years.
Yeah, how do you deal with it?
So
I found out what they do, by the way, for a living. You know, I'm a Karen. So I found out what they did for a living. I know where they work, and I saved all of the messages. And I
mhm.
did ask, and I did look up, like if I want to file a complaint against that person. So my finger is this close on the button, but I'm not going to do it yet. But
So
what would you do?
I will have to know the whole story. There are some messages that come through where it's like, okay, I might have to report this person and get a restraining order. And then there's a lot of times these trolls for me are faceless. They're faceless trolls who literally appear to have opened an account just to say something horrible to me. Um, it's
Yeah,
been
I
years
blocked the
of
person.
heavy trolling and heavy horrible things. Uh, and sometimes I get it every day. I rarely say anything. When I do, I'll get a bunch of phone calls from people like, hey, what you doing? Just don't let it get in your head. And I'm like, oh, no. If you see me post it every once in a while, what I'm doing is I'm making an example out of someone. Within something that they said, I'm training the rest of y'all what you're not going to do.
I love that.
And,
I love when people post the comments, but I feel like this one's
but I
different.
don't do it often.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't do it often
Hmm.
because the other side to that is we're living in a world where people want to get famous off of anything,
Yes.
right? So someone calling you to get a certain amount of attention, and if you give it to them, and now this is happening and that's happening, you're giving them what they're looking for. So I would say take it on an individual basis, and if it feels like something that you need to report because it sounds like I've had people. There was a time I was just telling somebody about this the other day. Was it you? I don't know who I was talking to, but I said, I changed my hair. Uh, a couple of things happened to me recently, and they're like, Von Carlo, that's you. And I'm like, Who's that? I say no. When I was walking home that day, and I
Oh,
text
that's
you,
right. Well, we almost got
someone
the
at a
tornado
stoplight.
almost took us down.
Yeah, someone at a stoplight was like, Von DiCarlo, coach, that's you. And I was like, no habla es inglés. I know. And it's like, I'm not, you could go, yeah, how you doing? Thank you. It could have been a genuine just person who knew me and supports me and all of that, but it also could have been one of these trolls. Like, oh, that
Hmm.
is you. And now I'm, you know, ran over by somebody's damn car. Maybe I'm a little paranoid, but there's been so many trolls and so many things that has happened. Somebody showed up to a comedy club, and they sat at the bar and they creeped everybody out to the point where the show let out. The club owners was like, sir, we're closed, you have to leave. And I remember Paul Verzi was there. He was just like, I'm not gonna leave you here. I'll wait until this person leaves. And it was just
Mm.
somebody who came to a show that I was at and was basically stalking hard. So these things exist. If you feel
Yeah.
like somebody that you need to report it. But if somebody just talking shit trying to get attention, don't give it to them.
Okay. Well, I just blocked them, but I for a
My
long
black
time,
finger is fierce.
I didn't block them because I wanted to keep a record. Because I always feel like if you have a record of what they've said, you can show. And
Absolutely.
the thing is this person is a professor. They are a scholar and they work with people, individuals, and the things that they're saying, I'm like, you work with the people, you shouldn't be in this position. So they need to know this is who they're employed, but my
That's
fingers.
very Karen, and I'm all for it. I'm all for it.
But I'm not gonna do it yet because I noticed once I blocked them, I think they created another
Another account.
character to then leave a message on one of my pages. It didn't make any sense, and I knew it was them. I was like, this. I've never been to this area. I've never been like that. This this is this person. I
And
was
I
like, I know it's
suspect
this
that
person.
some of the trolling that I get and some of the comments that I get are people that I know. Because I can feel a certain type of energy, and certain, and you can't prove stuff, but I'm like, this feels like somebody I know, somebody who feels some kind of way about maybe not being a part of something, or maybe someone that I had to fire from something, or you never know who's
You
doing
never
what.
know. That,
You never know.
look, Karen PI. I love what D says. Karen PI is building a case. That is right. Scooby Doo. I love this name, even though I haven't seen. Yeah, pick and choose your battles. That's what where oh it left. Where is it? Look at me. Then we have to go because this was great. Mark Farrell says pick and choose your battles.
Yeah,
Yes, I
be
will.
smart about it. Be smart about
Yeah,
what
I'm
you
gonna give it a
put
day.
energy into.
I'm gonna give it a day and see if they're that stalkery, they're watching my YouTube and they should
Oh
know.
Lord, now they gonna troll me. Damn it. Look, Marina, you could get off my compliments, but please do not bring me into your trolls. This is
Now,
horrible.
Venus Boys 3 brings up a good point. Do you think men get as much mail like that?
Yes and no. I think that because we're women, as women, if there's a man or someone trolling, they do feel a certain strength over the situation because we are women. And if you're gonna say something to a dude, you might have to fight that dude. So if you have to fight me versus you have to fight Jay-Z, I don't know, whomever, dude, insert whatever dude, comic or whatever, a man is going to think twice about that. Right. So, but do they get it? Absolutely. There's plenty of people in our business that get trolled, and people are very bold behind the keyboard.
Look at Scooby Doofus says, "Yeah, I don't get that stuff, man. It's comedy. Have fun or don't, but don't ruin anybody else's time or hate on or harass the comedian." Yeah, and this is really just someone who listens to my podcast too, so they feel empowered or emboldened, or they feel like they know me and they felt comfortable enough to say what they were saying, and they were hiding it through a compliment, right? Which was, I'm a comedian, so I am smart enough to know when a passive aggressive comment has been made at me, and so
Yeah.
I was like, nah,
Yeah.
and then I said, bye, girl, bye.
Marina, please don't try so hard to. You're making me uncomfortable. When one of my
What?
white friends try to have too much swag, I'm like, girl, this is not your lane.
Girl.
This is not your lane.
No, you telling me that I can't. This is how I talk.
That
Bye,
is not how
girl.
you talk. That is not how you talk. And please,
Bye, girl. Bye.
Jesus Christ, somebody help her.
Is
The
it
blood,
hurting you to hear me talk like that? That's how I
my
talk.
ear is starting to bleed. It hurts.
Bye, girl. Bye.
Oh my God, Marina, you're embarrassing us.
Look, I have a little bounce to it.
Somebody give me a compliment to distract Marina from this horrible whatever she's trying to do. Please, somebody give me a compliment so she could focus on stealing it.
What you not gonna
You're
do?
not gonna do. See, this is how you do it. Okay, what you're not gonna do is you're not gonna keep taking my compliments and then trying to have some type of swag and neck roll. You ain't got it, honey. Okay, I did this at our walk the other day. Marina was like, Vaughn, don't nobody snap anymore. What you not gonna do? Okay.
I'm going into a full-on
Marina,
dance.
what are you doing?
Oh, that is Chicago.
What was that? I'm so uncomfortable.
She's just code switching like nobody like everybody, like no what, like nobody, everybody's code switching. Yeah, I'm code switching.
Oh, I know all about code switching. Marina's not code switching. Marina Marina don't have a code switch ability.
What you not
So
gonna
her
do?
code switch looks like a mockery.
What you not gonna do is what you not
Oh
gonna
my
do.
God. What we're not gonna do is keep going
I
down
love the
this
Draggable
path because
album,
it's making
Vaughn.
me.
Look at this. Yeah.
Thank you for getting that. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Draggable Fence, funnyvon.com. I appreciate that. That made my day. That made my day.
Oh, see, there we go. This is why I love Von DeCarlo.
Look,
Yay!
Marina's like, thank you for liking my album, A Draggable Offense.
No, I love it. They listen to. He's got Mike. I always say his name wrong. The Deco 2 he follows everything that so I just love that he's listening to your album.
Thank
That's
you
great.
so much. Thank you so very much.
Okay, well, I think we should probably get out. This was a lot of fun. If you're not listening to
so
Friends Like Us, you should be. My God, I mean, we have so much fun. And what you're not gonna do is not listen. Okay, you better start listening.
Oh, I feel like I'm gonna have to fight Marina. Marina stormed the Capitol, y'all. Like Marina, it's not.
Don't let me come at you. Okay, you better like represent.
Please stop. Please
Also,
stop.
we have Friends Like Us T-shirts available. That's me. I actually sold one last night to Will Vince. He loves the artwork so much. He's into black artwork.
That
So
is very. Who did the artwork on that?
Mateo Lane did the artwork.
Mateo did that. He is
Yeah,
so freaking
he
talented.
is. He is.
Mateo Lane is unbelievably and unreasonably talented. He's good looking. He's funny. He can draw like that. He's funny. And he can sing his ass off and hit Mariah Carey high
Tony
notes.
Woods. Tony
Are you
Woods is.
already riding?
I'm not writing. You're
What
on live.
is
I want you to know you're on live right now. Everyone can hear you. Can you say hello to my audience?
Hello to your audience.
Now,
Can you say hello to Von DiCarlo? Hi, Woodsy.
Tony wants you to say hi. I mean, Vaughn wants you to say hi to her.
Who?
Von DiCarlo.
Oh, hey, Vaughn. How you
He
doing?
said, who? I'm done.
Listen,
I'm done.
listen.
I'm out of here. I'm done.
I'm gonna call you back in 2 seconds,
I'm
Tony.
done. I'm leaving.
Yeah, then I'll have my earbuds in.
Okay. Are you on your bike?
I just got a bike. I'm just
Okay.
getting my bike right
Okay. I'm gonna call you back in 2 seconds.
All right.
All right. Bye. Yes, he wants to go bike riding, and Rondell is on here, and he knows that. But Rondell,
Listen.
Hmm?
Tony Woods just said who to me. So now I'm putting on my fighting shoes. I'm coming to meet y'all with y'all
just
bike.
look at
I'm
the
taking both y'all off y'all bike.
I need you to look at this comment. I loved the Draggable album. Keep that with you, Vaughn. Don't let Tony Woods going who. Don't you let it happen. Don't you don't let it drag you down, girl.
When you see Tony, tell him my feelings are so hurt. My feelings
I
are
will. But he's in the middle of getting a bike. That's why. So and we gotta go because I want to get on a bicycle. Hopefully, I won't fall this
Where
time.
we meeting at?
Huh?
I'm kicking both y'all off the bike. I'm putting
Well,
on my heavy boot. I'm putting on my Timberland boots. I'm gonna put my Tupac, DMX, and Biggie Smalls in my ears, and I'm a roller skate down to wherever y'all at, and I'm whooping everybody's ass.
Oh, that's so funny. Well, we gotta go now. This was so much fun, Vaughn.
I'm hurt. Y'all who support me and gave me individual compliments that Marina rode her bike over.
If you haven't yet, follow
me on Instagram, please, and support me because y'all see my fellow comedians just don't even act like they know me.
No, he corrected himself. He's, Tony. He's in the middle of.
Oh, I'm gonna drag this into the mud. Have you not met me? I'm dragging this into the mud. They hate me, y'all. So I need y'all.
Nobody hates you.
Marina hates me. Tony.
I'm gonna make Tony. We're gonna get on our bikes and we're gonna come up and see you. So let's get off this.
I need the love of all of you. Thank you for getting the Draggable Offense. Everybody follow me on my social media at Instagram at Von DiCarlo. All my social media, whatever you have, I have is at Von DiCarlo. You could get links to everything that is me at funnyvon.com. I need y'all love and support because as you can see, I have none and ain't no love in the heart of this city.
Now we're gonna say goodbye, but Vaughn, don't you go. I'm about to hang up on not you, but everyone. Good Scooby Doofus says, "Good show, ladies. You're both very funny and beautiful, but I only got eyes for Marina."
Boo! Boo! Boo, Scooby Doofus!
Look, D said you don't need our validation, queen.
Yes, I do. I'm desperately insecure and lonely.
And I haven't seen this. Lais Nascimento. I'm sorry if I'm messing up your name. Vaughn's hair is giving me life. Oh my God, you both are huge inspirations. That's what we needed before we got out. We just needed to hear it for both of us, from all of you. We want to tell you thank you for joining us. Don't forget, I do this every Saturday. A little Friends Like Us interview / review / who knows what free tickets I'll give out to my last virtual comedy show. Don't forget to wear your masks, wash your hands, and don't forget, Black Lives Matter, okay? Amen. All right, guys. Bye-bye. Love you.